Alright, listen up, gearheads, soccer moms, and everyone who's been sitting on their hands for 15 long years waiting for Toyota to finally wake up and smell the gasoline. We are talking about the 2025 Toyota 4Runner, the legend, the myth, the brick on wheels that refuses to die. You know, for a decade and a half, we have been driving the same old 5th generation dinosaur. It was archaic, it was slow, the transmission had fewer gears than a bicycle, and it drank fuel like a frat boy at a keg party. But we loved it. Why? Because it worked. It was the cockroaches of the automotive world. Nuclear war happens, and all that is left are cockroaches and 5th Gen 4Runners. But now, Toyota has finally decided to join the 21st century. They have dropped the new 6th generation 4Runner on us, and man, is there a lot to unpack here. First things first, let us address the elephant in the room. Or rather, the missing elephant, the V6 is dead. Yeah, you heard me. That trusty, bulletproof 4.0-liter anchor is gone, buried replaced by a whistle. Why little 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder? I can hear the purists screaming from here. Oh no, a turbo. It's gonna blow up. It's not reliable. Relax. Take a breath. This is the I-Force engine. It is the same heart beating inside the new Tacoma and even the Land Cruiser. And on paper, it smokes the old V6. We are talking 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. That is a massive jump in torque. You actually feel it when you press the pedal now. It doesn't just make a lot of noise and convert fuel into sadness anymore. It actually moves. But wait, there is more. If you want to get fancy, you can go for the I-Force Max Hybrid. No, it is not a Prius hybrid. It is not about saving the polar bears. It is about power. They sandwiched an electric motor between the engine and the 8-speed transmission. The result? 326 horsepower and a whopping 465 pound-feet of torque. That is monster territory for a mid-size SUV. That is almost as much torque as the old V8 Land Cruisers used to have. It pulls like a freight train. But, and there is always a but, you lose some cargo space because of the battery pack under the floor. So, you have to decide, do you want to haul ass or do you want to haul an extra cooler? Plus one now, let's talk about the looks. It looks like a Tacoma that hit the gym and forgot to do leg day. It is bulky, it is aggressive, it has got fenders that flare out like they are allergic to bees. The front end is a wall of plastic and grille. It looks angry. I like it. It keeps the boxy shape we love, but it sharper, meaner, and thank the automotive gods, they kept the roll-down rear window. If Toyota had removed that feature, there would have been riots in the streets. You can still drop that back glass, let the dog hang its head out, and suck in all the exhaust fumes you want. It is a signature move, and it is still here. Step inside, and it is a different world. Gone are the chunky knobs that felt like they came off a washing machine from 1995. Okay. Well, some chunky knobs are still there, which is good because you can use them with gloves on. But now you have screens. Big screens? An 8-inch one comes standard. But the higher trims get this massive 14-inch tablet slapped onto the dashboard. It looks a bit like an afterthought, honestly, like someone glued an iPad to the dash, but the tech is miles ahead of the old calculator graphics we were used to. You got wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, cameras everywhere. You can see the trail. You can see the rocks under your wheels. You can see your own ego inflating. However, it is not all sunshine and rainbows inside. The back seat, it is tight. Seriously, if you are over 6 feet tall, your knees are going to be making friends with the front seat back, and the headroom in the back is a bit compromised, especially with the sunroof. This is the price we pay for that body-on-frame toughness. The floor is high, the roof is low. It is a cocoon, and don't get me started on the third row. It is available, but it is a joke. Unless your passengers are legless gnomes, nobody is sitting back there comfortably. It is strictly for emergencies or people you don't too like. Let us talk trims, because Toyota has gone absolutely bonkers with the lineup. You got the SR5, the TRD Sport for the mall crawlers, who want big wheels and stiff suspension for some reason. You got the TRD Off-Road, which is probably the sweet spot for most people. It has the locking rear diff, the multi-terrain select, all the goodies you need to get muddy without bankrupting yourself. Then you have the Limited and the new Platinum. The Platinum is for the guy who really wanted a Lexus but didn't want his friends to make fun of him. It has heated second row seats, heads-up display, Rain-sensing wipers. It is fancy, but the real battle is at the top, the TRD Pro versus the new kid on the block, the Trailhunter. This is where it gets confusing. The TRD Pro used to be the king. It was the desert runner, the high-speed basher. It still is. It has got those Fox shocks, the isodynamic seats that look like they belong in a spaceship, and it is built to fly over dunes. But now we have the Trailhunter. This thing is built for the overlanding crowd, you know, the guys who strap shovels and traction boards to their roof just to drive to Starbucks. The Trailhunter comes with old man MU shocks, which are heavy-duty and stiff. It has skid plates everywhere, rock rails, and a factory-installed snorkel. Sorry, high mount air intake. It is slower, heavier, and built to crawl over mountains, not jump them. Plus one so. Which one do you buy? If you want to go fast in the dirt, get the Pro. If you want to drive slowly over rocks and camp in the middle of nowhere for a week, get the Trailhunter. Just be prepared to pay a fortune. These things are not cheap. We are talking $60,000, maybe $70,000 for the top trims once the dealers slap their market adjustment markups on them. It is insanity. And we have to talk about the competition. The Ford Bronco. The Bronco is cool. It has the removable roof. It looks retro awesome. But let us be real. It is a Ford. It feels a bit plasticky inside. And the reliability is, well, let's just say you might become good friends with your mechanic. Then there is the new Land Cruiser. This is the weird part. The new Land Cruiser is smaller, cheaper than the old one, and it is built on the exact same platform as the 4Runner. They have the same engine, same transmission, same chassis. So why do they both exist? The Land Cruiser is full-time four-wheel drive, simpler, boxier, more premium retro. The 4Runner is part-time four-wheel drive, mostly more aggressive, more boy racer. It is a confusing overlap, but Toyota knows we will buy both, so they don't care. Driving this thing, well, it drives like a truck. That is a compliment and a criticism. It is solid. You feel invincible. But the ride can be jittery. It is body on frame, remember. It shimmies over bumps. The steering is light but vague. You are not carving corners in this. You are guiding a brick through the wind and the noise. That turbo four-cylinder does not sound good. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner fighting a blender. The old V6 had a groan, a growl. This just buzzes. They pipe in some fake engine noise through the speakers to make you feel manly. But we know the truth. There are some teething issues too. Early reports are coming in about rattling windows, squealing brakes, and some electrical gremlins. That is the curse of the first model year. Never buy the first year of a new generation, folks. Let the other suckers find the problems first. But knowing Toyota, they will fix it. That is why we buy these things. Because in 20 years, when the Bronco has rusted into dust and the Jeep Wrangler has fallen apart 3 times, the 4Runner will still be running. It might rattle, the screen might be glitchy, but the engine will start. One thing that really grinds my gears is the price of the hybrid. You have to pay a huge premium for that iForce Max system. And the fuel economy, it is barely better than the non-hybrid. You get maybe 1 or 2 miles per gallon more. That is it. You are buying it for the power, not the savings. Do not kid yourself thinking you are being eco-friendly. You are driving a 5,000-pound tank. But let's look at the cool stuff, the stabilizer disconnect mechanism. That is a mouthful. Basically, you push a button, and the sway bar unhooks itself so your wheels can droop further. It is great for keeping your tires on the ground when you are twisting through a ditch. And the multi-terrain monitor is a lifesaver. It uses cameras to show you exactly where your front tires are. No more needing a spotter to tell you you are about to drive off a cliff. Cargo space is decent, unless you get the hybrid. The hybrid battery creates this hump in the floor that ruins the flat load space. If you plan on sleeping in the back, you are going to need to build a platform or something to level it out. It is a stupid design oversight. Why couldn't they hide the battery better? Toyota engineers, what were you doing? Let's wrap this up. Is the new 2025 4Runner perfect? Number, it is expensive. The engine sounds like a sewing machine. The back seat is cramped, and the lineup is more confusing than a calculus exam. But is it good? Hell yes. It is exactly what it needs to be. It is tough, it is capable, and it has character. It is not a soft crossover pretending to be an SUV. It is the real deal. It is for the person who wants to drive to work on Monday and drive to the top of a mountain on Saturday. It preserves the soul of the 4Runner while ditching the ancient tech. If you have an old 5th gen, keep it. It is a classic now, but if you want the new hotness, get in line. The wait list is going to be long. The markups are going to be painful. But once you are behind the wheel, looking out over that bulging hood, dropping that rear window, and hitting the dirt, you will forget about the money. You will just be grinning like an idiot. And really, isn't that the whole point? Toyota didn't ruin the legend. They just gave it a heart transplant and a new pair of hiking boots. Welcome to the future, 4Runner fans. It took you long enough to get here.